Hello, everybody.
They're going to say hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Hello, explorers. Welcome to D&G Explorers. It is Wednesday. I was going to say Friday. It's Wednesday, March 11th.
The 11th?
5 o'clock Pacific, East Coast, 8 o'clock. And we welcome you to our show. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
We have a fun, exciting show. And we have a special guest who's waiting in the wings. So we are going to do a little bit of an introduction. But
something just doesn't seem quite right.
Oh, boy. You mean green isn't enough?
I know we're wearing green. Why are we wearing green?
I think we're missing St. Patrick's. Maybe we need to do a little bit more. Are you feeling Elton John-ish?
I don't know.
Okay, it's time. All right, so I think we need to get a little bit more spirited with...
Being that I have this on?
Yes. I thought you were going to do something else. I was waiting for it. So we don't have a St. Patrick show next week because we go live on Wednesdays, and St. Patrick is going to be next Tuesday. So...
No, I'm not the Riddler, but all I need is a cane with a question mark, and I could be the Riddler.
I seriously don't know if I'm going to keep this on through the entire show.
Why? It's fun.
Wow, that is amazing.
That's a lot of Elton Johnish, greenish, St. Patrick's Day throw up all over us type of thing.
In my mind, why am I singing Philadelphia Freedom? Boy. All right, Greg, why don't we welcome the people that are in the chat?
Okay, if I can read. There's no glass in this, but it's fine. So we got Danny McGlone, we got Nautical Nurse Nancy, Josh Odom, Aldi, Allie D, Fisher Fun Ventures, excuse me, Blaine 2007, Will Cooper, Captain Akron 27, and Mary Ellen Dillon. I don't want to miss anybody. MLB Destinations, Tom Wilson, Michelle Wilms, Will Cooper. So welcome, everybody.
Welcome. So if you are new to us...
They really can't take us seriously with this on, but it's fine. It's fun.
We don't always dress like this. Just
God, I hope not.
But we are D&G Explorers. I'm Derick.
And I'm Greggory.
If you forget our names, you can remember us by me being Little Explorer.
I'm Big Explorer.
Big Explorer.
You didn't turn your light on.
The lights. Is the light even working? This is from last year.
No, they were there. See, it worked.
So, kind of the plans for today, you guys. We are going to have a little bit of a Dilly Dilly at St. Patrick's Day. Some
hey,
drinks.
Kelly Haston.
Welcome.
Gina the Cruising Library, the Swedes. So Tweety, welcome, everybody.
Welcome. And I believe
Gina the Cruising Librarian.
MLB Destination says they can't stay long, but welcome. Thank you for joining us for what you can.
This is our early St. Patty's Day.
Yes, we just decided on doing this today. We're going to be making 2 drinks that you guys might want to have for your Thanksgiving, your St. Patrick's.
Wow,
parties.
well, you might want it for Thanksgiving. You never know.
Somehow I'm turning green, so I'm either becoming a leprechaun or I'm not sure what exactly happened.
Before that, I think we need to bring in a special.
We will. We'll do an introduction. Let's do that. So we do have a guest. If you guys are
welcome. If
you guys are new to us, please consider subscribing to us. We are cruising enthusiasts. We are Disney enthusiasts. We love to explore. That's why we are called Explorers. But we're going to show you a little bit of who our guest is today. So here we go right now.
Juana Chiquita Bonita Byram.
as I try to bring it up.
Wow.
And with
here she is in person.
welcome everyone.
Hi, you guys.
Welcome. We also have in here joining us Sharon at Sea Travel,
Jim, more sunshine, please.
Katie Bird, Jeffrey Resendez,
Wanda Chiquita Bonita Byram, Banana Chiquita Banana.
So we were talking to Nancy yesterday, and we could have talked to you all night long. We
Yeah,
just
we
had a
struck
fun
it.
conversation.
Anthony.
Yes. So we are going to talk to you a little bit about what's going on with your channel for people who are new to you, which I think the whole cruising community knows everything about you. But so we're going to have fun with that.
Sorry, we have a lot of people rolling in. I'm sorry. Adventures of David and Aaron, Will Cooper. I think I missed my Dina Cruising Through Life. Dance of the Goofy Adventures. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Jeffrey Resendez. Okay, I think I got everybody now. Welcome, everybody.
Welcome. I think we'll start it by making the drinks. That way we can enjoy them throughout. So
this is our get up for St. Patrick's Day because St. Patrick's Day is on a Tuesday and our show's on a Wednesday. So just a shout out, Jim from More Sunshine, please. His show's on a Tuesday, so maybe he'll do something for St. Patrick's Day. You never know. Not to put you on the spot, Jim.
Now it's smelling.
all right, so we're going to do
RobFuz,
a
welcome.
A green beer, but we prefer a shandy over a beer. What is a shandy, do you say? Well, you'll start with the beer. So we are going to stick with Corona. Yes, we do drink Corona. We're not afraid to drink it. And you actually mix it with product placement 7-Up. So if you don't like beer, this is a chance. This is a great summer drink. This is a chance for you to take the bitterness away from it, and it makes it a better treat. I was hoping it wasn't going to spray my face. Normally what I'll do is just do a can and put it in there, but it was too hard. I didn't really want to buy a whole 6-pack or 12-pack. So you basically would put that entire cup in there. So I'm going to guesstimate.
And it's best to put the 7-Up in first
Yes.
before you put the beer in.
And the reason is because if you put
You have a
your
lot of
beer
bubble.
first, you'll have more of the head to it, and you're trying to make sure you eliminate the head. So by putting in the soda first, it kind of helps defeat the head that grows. And then, so
I don't know what Danny McGlowan meant by drink it, don't get it. We're going to drink it.
All right, so let's see how good I do about not getting a foamy head on it.
I like the green that Nancy's wearing. That looks nice.
Good. Yeah, this was one of my cruise dresses that I had. Green. Got to sport the green.
All right.
That's not good to have that right there, Derek.
Well, you're going to have to hold it then for me. I made a mess with this earlier trying to open it. So we're going to I've never done this before, but you might need to get a mixing spoon, Greg. All right. Can you get a mixing spoon? Do you mind?
Can just try to switch it around.
I won't. I'll spell it. Okay, so while Greg's getting a spoon, I thought I had everything.
I'll take care of it.
It's gonna swiggle.
It's
all right.
turning green. This is what it's going to look like.
Ooh.
All right.
It actually looks cool that way.
So we'll let that one get settled I did this
Expedition
because
Greg, welcome.
I don't think Greg is gonna like the drink that we're making.
We'll see.
It is called an Irish car bomb. So I'm not really fond of the name, but the only thing I'm thinking is because Irish and their drink is an explosive situation. So what I did is I got a regular Guinness stout. Greg, I'm going to put a napkin down here. We're going to put a napkin. Oh, actually, there's a towel right here. So I'm going to need your help because I'm going to let you do this too. So
this might be messy, huh?
Yeah. We saw a video of it.
Only on live YouTube and also TV.
So this is 8 ounces of, we'll just do one because I don't want to, and then I'll mix the other one separately. 8 ounces of Guinness.
I'm already confused, but go ahead.
And then in this shot glass, half of it is Irish cream Baileys, and then the other half is Jameson's whiskey. I've never had Jameson's whiskey before until today, and it's actually very smooth.
Don't kerplunk it too high because it'll go all over the place.
Okay, so they call it, so you have this shot, and you have 8 ounces. Look out for your hands. And this is why they call it a car bomb, I'm sure. to put it closer.
And then you got to drink it. It actually looks pretty cool and kind of weird.
And apparently you're supposed to slam it down.
There's no way that's...
No.
We're not.
That looks kind of disgusting at the top now. That doesn't look...
That's why you need to get a spoon.
Well, you're not supposed to. With this, you're supposed to slam it. You can't mix it. You just got to... Wow.
So, all right. Dilly Dilly.
Dilly Dilly.
Dilly.
St. Patty's Day.
Happy St. Patty's Day. I got my Diet Mountain Dew and Grey Goose.
Actually, it's not bad.
It has a bite to it.
That's actually pretty good. Well, dark beer is bitter.
I won't tell you what the top of it smells like, though.
God. And then how's that coming along, Greg?
This is all green. That really looks cool. If you just let it settle and don't mix it, that looks really cool. Well, let's see.
The shandy.
A shandy, yes.
It's really refreshing.
All right. So welcome, everyone. Sharon at C's give
My
shout
teeth
out, boys.
better not turn green, though. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
They're gonna Sharon at C will have a drink in honor of us tonight.
Oh,
and
enjoy that cruise.
Yes, that's right. They're on the Panorama.
Yes.
That's right. One funny note, Greg, as we talk about us being in the cruising community and how we interact with each other, Greg received a pretty funny text the other day, like 2 days ago. Do you remember it from Jenny?
I've seen a lot of different ones. Which one?
Jenny from La Lita Loca texts you.
Oh, my.
And if you don't know, Jenny has a son named Greg.
That's not for you to say on the show.
It was funny. It was, and basically Jenny thought Greg was his son,
Her son,
and said something along the lines of
saying how good looking he gets day after day, and then I'm just reading, and she said, "I love you so much," and I'm reading it. I'm like, I think she's trying to text her son, and I said, "Hi, I think you're trying to text your son," and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I said, "It's okay," and she said, "But you are getting better looking day by day." I said, "Oh, thank you."
I just thought it was a funny story amongst that.
She's done that twice now, and it's fine.
All right, so Nancy, as we begin the show, you are currently in your subscriptions, you're currently at 2.1. I always say it wrong. 2,000.
Thank you, Wanda.
100 subscribers.
Wow.
You are growing incredibly, so that is so awesome.
Thank you, Rob.
You joined YouTube. I don't know if these will be a surprise for you. You joined YouTube on January 20th, 2016. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you weren't creating videos then. You were known as the Hammer
for a second,
in a lot of the different channels as being moderators. But your first video that you did was in November 2018, November 19th, 2018, and it was wild turkeys crossing the road.
I know.
That's interesting. That would have been funny to see in person, a bunch of turkeys.
But you did the same thing we did, is we put a video out there, and you said in there that you're doing it to practice and test as you're releasing other videos, because your next video after that, you visited a mini resort. I can't remember where it was.
Wilderness.
Then you started releasing some of your cruise vlogs.
Right.
So far, you've had 117,998 views, so over 100,000 views already, which is awesome, considering that your first vlog was November 2018. And you've had 2 cruising vlog playlists. One is the Carnival Horizon, and then the last one, it was also on the Carnival Horizon with your mother and daughter. So
I think Rob meant gobble gobble, but he put gooble gooble.
Is that RobFuz?
Yes.
The chat's frozen here now, so it's not letting me scroll down. So you're gonna have to be in charge of all that. Moderators, if you can help out and just make sure everyone's being greeted, welcome each other, we would definitely appreciate it, as you always do. Thank you so much. It did that last time too. It's stuck on there. So those are some really good numbers, and we find it fascinating, as like with us. I'm gonna take these off. We find it fascinating as with us, like, why did we do it?
Way to be a team player.
What made you decide to take the leap from watching creators to becoming a creator yourself?
Well, when I joined YouTube, it was because I was researching our first cruise. So we got our first family cruise in 2016, and I was kind of getting involved with a lot of videos, like watching videos. That's how you research your, kind of see what you're going to do. And I did not find much content. I like YouTube videos because I think they're more authentic. I think you get a real flavor of what it feels like to go out there and experience it. And I found I wanted more on my ports, on my ships. I wanted more information. And then I got started watching Sharon at Sea and Lalito Loca and Cruise Tips TV. And I know that Tony and Lalito Loca really was encouraging to the creators. All of them have been super encouraging. But they were very encouraging to creators. And I thought, well, you know what? I think everyone has a story to tell. And I think I might want to tell my story. So what would this look like? And I just, I dove in. And I'm amazed. I just love this cruise community has been just such a lot of fun. I just really have enjoyed being a member of it. I wish I had more time. I want to watch everyone's vlogs all the time, and I just don't have enough time.
And that's hard. That's and we hit that as we've been doing YouTubing for 2.5 years now. It's hard to balance that. In fact, at the end of last year, I had to take a step back from YouTube just because I was putting so much effort into other channels as well as a busy work life. And then also trying to get videos out there. I had to stop because mentally my creativity was just being numbed. So we took a step back, and you have to find the right balance is the biggest thing on it, and keep that energy fresh. Always trying to find something different to do, trying to improve. Tony from Lalito Loca, when he joined us on a live show, the one thing he said is every day try to make yourself better. And
Tony, I feel like he gives good dad advice, like for us cruise creators and even cruisers out there, like gives, and so many of these amazing channels get, and you guys too, you give good advice, and it's really encouraging to hear good advice and people saying how to deal with the punches. And you've had some cruises where like your luggage got delayed, right? And you have to learn how to deal with the punches, and you guys are great examples of that. So really, that's what's fun to watch, is people enjoying being on vacation and not stressing out about it. And really, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun, right?
Definitely, yeah.
I do want to say that I think you have one of the best backgrounds I've ever seen on a live show before, with a roaring fire and just the mantle and everything.
My cruise mantle.
Is it really cold over there right now?
It snowed this morning. So it was all thawed yesterday. We had beautiful weather in the 40s, like mid 40s, which for us in Wisconsin in March is really good weather. But this morning I wake up and everything's in snow. So I was like, it's good to get a fire in.
I don't think we had a fire at all this year, and we have a fireplace that could burn real logs and stuff too. So
it's been a very mild year for us. We're in Central California near Fresno, and it's been very mild for us.
Welcome, Flamingo Pam.
I'm gonna get my iPad. I realized I didn't bring it. So Greg, if there's any questions in the chat, I'm going to be rude and sneak in front. So I'll be right back.
You're so rude. Look how rude he is. No.
What I love is this cruise community too. The chats are so encouraging and so much fun. I just love having fun with the people in the chat and the live streams, and it's fun I feel like I know these people, even though I've never met them, like you guys too, like just from seeing people interact and playing around, and you kind of know you have certain sensitive issues, but otherwise, like you can kid around to some point with different people. And
oh yeah,
I love it.
that's how we are. We like to joke around. We like to have fun, and we've met a lot of really awesome YouTubers in person, and you kind of lose that, sense of not dread, but like nervousness when you first, like within the first few minutes, because it's kind of like you've already known them, like Jim from More Sunshine Please,
Yes.
Bob and Ashley. We met them in person. It's like we've known them for years. So
it's amazing. I think it's just amazing. Like when we went on the Sharon at Sea group cruise, I was so nervous. I was so nervous about like, oh my word, what is this going to be like? But what if people find out that they really don't like me? Oh, what if they think I'm not that great? And like whatever. Not that I am that great, but like I don't know. You want to be able to be that fun person, and it all worked out great. A cruise is a perfect place for that because you can have your time away and your time to be your away self and your time to be your social self. So that was great. And you can do that however it works out for you. You can be with the group a lot or you can not be with the group a lot. And that worked out. We had people, in every group cruise, I'm sure you find that, right? You guys have done that.
I don't see how anyone could not like you, Nancy.
Oh. I have my times.
Excuse me. Allie D said, look at all of us being social while practicing safe distances.
Yes.
Virtual friendships. I know what you mean.
It works well for this, right? We're not exchanging germs now, but you're not going to hold me back from a cruise. So
yeah, we were going to kind of touch on that a little bit too, being that we kind of brought that up, but with the whole coronavirus thing and stuff. And I hear different people's comment or see their comments, their points of view, and people seem to still want to go cruising.
I think that there is a reason. Like, I think there is common sense, and so you do have to use some. If you are immunocompromised, if you get sick easily, if you have no spleen, like if you're taking chemo drugs, if there's certain things that make your immune systems, compromised, and those, and elderly too, who might be more susceptible to more diseases.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be elderly yet, but but like there is some common sense that you need to listen and take heed and not put yourself at risk. So I think that we need to kind of look at both ends of the scale. And I don't know. We are still going to be cruising right now. Anthony and I are cruising in April.
Yeah, I think everything's still kind of new. We're only like 4 months into all of this, into all these big issues with what's going on.
Less than that.
It started in December?
Started in, I would say, in like bigger after we came back from our Disney cruise in February is when it really started.
Oh, okay, yeah. But you just kind of I'm trying to keep on top of the facts, not people's opinions and stuff. So
try not to go crazy with the hype. I mean, the hype doesn't make anything better. So use common sense, use hand washing, really good hand washing, and
And a lot of cruise lines like Norwegian, they have their washy people with the sanitizer and the sprays and everything. And when we go on a cruise, we usually hand wipe everything down with wipies. We even wipe the toilet seats down. We know they clean it, but we just wipe everything down just, to be on the safe side. The only thing I am worried about is maybe not so much getting it on a cruise, but, somebody might feel sick or something, and then they have to quarantine them. Then they have to do a test, which is what I just read today.
David and Ben.
They're waiting on a test. And they had to go back to Dubai, and I don't want to have to go through that part, because then you might get stuck for a week and not know what's going on. Plus, I'm just kind of worried with, with my job. Then, I don't know if they could say, well, you knowingly went, and, I don't know what they could or couldn't do. So
let's welcome some people into the chat. Fisher Fun Ventures. I'm not sure if we said hello
Kevin
to David.
Brubaker.
Kevin Brubaker. Did we say hi to Josh Odom?
We did.
If not, welcome, Josh.
Anthony Plack, you said?
Yeah, that's Nancy's husband. Welcome, Anthony. And
Hi there.
to get seeing if there's anyone questions.
Dave and Brandy's experience I saw.
Who was it? I'm sorry.
Oh, Dave and Brandy are here.
Oh, welcome, guys. That's right. I see them here. If there's any questions you guys ask or want to ask of Nancy, please put it in. I now got my iPad going, so hopefully we'll be able to keep track of some questions. If we've missed any, I do apologize. We don't like it when we miss them, so if we do, we do apologize on it. So,
Nerd herders are out there.
Welcome. We were just on their live show where we talked about the 80s and the videos of the MTV, what our top 5 were. So that was a fun time. So if you guys get a chance, please check their live show out, which they're always on right before us. You're going to say something?
I didn't say I wasn't going on the cruise, Disney Nerders. We still have a little ways before September, so we'll see how things go. But Dances with Goofy Adventures says CDC posts a list going back a couple of years of all the reports of illness, what caused it, and what they did about it. Cruise lines have to report them. So, I mean, I think everybody's really trying to do their part. I don't know what else you could really do. So
I think that actually this is going to force the cruise lines and the airlines to make things better for their air handling, for their for even the buffet services, and make it better so that less germs are actually spread. So I think this will improve the way things are, quite honestly.
Didn't you say that they're now, like at the buffets, you can't get your own food? Like they're actually serving you the food and everything?
Since we went on the NCL Escape, we joined the Facebook page for the NCL Escape, and they were saying that they switched it in the middle of the cruise, and now the people who are the servers, they were serving at the buffet, which I always say, if you're on a cruise, you should be having everything served for you anyway. So extra effort that you have to go in there and put stuff on there.
Keep up the royalty.
Exactly. They should even take that over there to you to your food, to your place.
Yes, the Goofy said you can Google CDC VSP list, and it's the first result. And then question for Wanda from Adventures of David and Aaron. They want to know, when is your next cruise?
April 11th.
April 11th. And I thought, Blaine was asking, when are you moving to Florida to cruise often?
Oh, right. I know. I don't know. We really like Wisconsin. We like the whole idea of escaping the cold. So there's a mental kind of thing of being able to escape the cold, and you kind of like you cozy up to the fire. And then you kind of like dream about cruising, and that makes it, I don't know, for me it really makes it worthwhile for us. Even when we have to drive down now, airlines, we're checking out the airlines because there's some good deals. It may not even be worthwhile for us to drive. I'm looking at my man, but it may not be worthwhile for us to drive because the airlines are giving such good, remarkable deals now. So
they're not for distance, because I've looked for on our next cruise. In fact, Nathan's Boathouse Reviews, welcome. He had asked, are we considering going on Royal Caribbean?
We are.
Our group, we are hosting a group cruise, and it's going to be
a get-together cruise at this point.
We are. It's September 26th on the Symphony of the Seas. So we are going on it. But looking at the airfare on that, it's still from Fresno to Miami. We're looking at about $700. So it's still, it's up there.
So, and I have a question for you, Nancy. Do you, if you have a veranda cabin where you could literally get fresh air, do you think it would be any safer than to go on a cruise that way?
I see what you mean, like to have the fresh air versus the air, like the air handling air. I think my official opinion is the fresh air is probably good, like Florence Nightingale, like opened up the windows. And, I don't know. I think that fresh air is better. I do. I think that it is. That's
what I'm thinking.
Like, more diluted. So yes.
Yeah.
although, you know, we're going through things.
I can't.
Woo,
I
spotlight.
can't see being in an inside cabin, especially during now. I think I'd go crazy anyway.
That only means one thing, Greg. What does that mean, Greg?
It means it's our spotlight channel. Oh boy. He has to get his mining light out.
Yay!
So if you guys are new to us, and I'm looking in the chat, and there's a lot of people that we've are seeing in there. So thank you so much. Sandra D.
Hi, Lisa
Sandra's
Stenberg.
D Adventures, who's been on our show before. We had so much fun with her. Great to see you. Thank you for joining us. And so what we do is we really wanted to give back to the cruising community and just the community.
Hi, Mom. Welcome.
The Disney community in general. After our first year, we wanted to pay it forward, and all the channels that have helped us, just in general, realized we wouldn't be where we were and are if it wasn't for those channels. So going forward, one of the things we do is a spotlight channel. So our spotlight channel is a channel that we like to let you guys know, if you're not familiar with, to help them grow and give them some more exposure. So it's all about exposing yourself. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Wow.
You got to be careful.
Your choice of words.
So now that I put my foot in my mouth.
That's great.
Insert foot in mouth.
All right.
That's got to be the next T-shirt.
Yes. Hashtag all about exposing yourself.
All right. So our spotlight channel of the week is going to be
There we
Tyler
go.
Show.
Pepper Tree Villa.
It's the Tyler Show.
Tyler Show.
Yeah. So he has 180 subscribers. He has.
Cool. Oh, I like the background.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of videos.
We're gonna go there too.
On the Mariner of the Sea is the one that he's done lately. I want to make sure you guys can see this. Okay, right? Yeah, I can. Great. So definitely check out his channel. He is he's actually older. I'm friends with him on Facebook. He's actually older than what he looks. He looks incredibly young. When I found out about his ages, I was like a little surprised.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking
But he's
about.
a fun guy, and he's done some really good videos. So if you guys haven't already, please check out the Tyler Show and give him support. He's definitely part of the cruising community, and it's all about showing love. And we would love to see everyone get to their first 1,000 subscribers.
And anyone that's a creator, please put creator in the chat.
Thank you.
You really stepped in it because everyone's talking about exposure and stuff now. Wow.
Oh man.
I often have those moments, unfortunately, and
yes,
Wanda, Chiquita Benita Byram.
Chiquita Benita.
We
Chiquita
either
Banana.
are Facebook messaging or we are texting, and the things that come off my fingers, I'm like, what? I blame it on.
That's why you need to clean your hands.
I blame it on autocorrect. But we have a lot of fun when we do that. But yeah, creators, please put something that you're doing exciting. Also, at this moment, if one of the creators, I know we've talked about it before, Steph, Sean and Steph, and everything that they're going through.
Yeah.
So, they earn a lot of money. I think it was somewhere in the line of $25,000 on the live show that they did, kind of like a marathon with a lot of different cruising guests on there. And so if someone can do their GoFundMe page, that way you can make sure that it's getting to the right source.
Yeah. And they get all the money that way too.
They can do that. Yeah. So showing them love. They're trying to get up to $150,000 to help with all their expensive, and it would be great to see them do that. So if you guys are interested in doing that, if one of our moderators, if you can please put that link in the thing there. So
in the chat,
yes. Thank you. All right, and you guys, I'm going to show you why you're supposed to drink this quick, because it's kind of coagulated.
It
does not look appetizing anymore.
It did it in the beginning. I'll just tell you what it looks like. It looks like vomit. I'm sorry.
The cream has come to the top.
Yeah, and it smelled like vomit when we first dropped it in.
But that's called, to really hype it up and have it for a drink for you for next week. It's called the Irish Carb Armor.
It tastes okay, but the look and smell deceives it.
It actually takes away the bitterness of the Guinness, because Guinness is a bitter beer, and it took away the whiskey, and the Irish cream took away that bitterness. So thank you, Danny, for putting that in there, and also Tweety. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
And also, Big Noah, thank you for putting Tyler's channel in there. We really appreciate it. We're going to put that in the links before, while I remember, and we'll also put her information in the links. Your social media, Nancy, you have is obviously Nautical Nurse Nancy on YouTube. Your Facebook page is called the Nautical Nurse Nancy's Cruising Community, which is a page you have to subscribe to. A lot of great information in there. So if you guys are interested in cruising, it's a great site to go to.
You can't see the chat on here, but I'm sorry, really quick. Jeffrey Resendez said, "Can I ask for prayers for my 2 aunts if possible? One has 101 fever, and the other one had 2 heart attacks and the flu." That, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Definitely.
We'll definitely send
thoughts and prayers, Jeffrey,
to you.
Yes. And that's been going on for a few days. So I hope things get better real quick for them. So yeah, prayers and positive thoughts out to you. Another thing for Nurse Nancy and her social media is the Instagram. It's nautical_nurse_Nancy. And I forgot to write it down. You just did a Twitter page.
Yes. I'm brand new to Twitter, brand new of today.
and do you remember what it was that you
Naughty Nurse Nancy. So NAUTI Nurse Nancy, all smashed together. And so it's www is it .Twitter? Something like that. www.twitter.com/Naughty Nurse Nancy. And that'll get you to my page. I just posted. I think I posted a link that's not working yet because it's a private video that I haven't released yet. It's my next video, and I'm just didn't want to release it before all these lives get done.
Naughty for nautical and
naughty for nautical.
I
couldn't fit. It wouldn't let me fit nautical in there. There's a 15-character limit, so. I don't know if I should have changed my name to Nautical Nurse Nancy or just kept it with Nurse Nancy. I was trying to get some kind of a cruise theme because I'm a nurse, but I like to cruise, and that's what I like to do. My channel's not about being a nurse. My channel's about being a nurse who likes to cruise, really.
being naughty. It's being a nautical nurse.
Wow. Good way.
With Goofy Adventure says, not for exposing then.
Oh, no.
That's funny.
I don't understand all the signs for Twitter. It's just, I don't go on Twitter too much. I'm more of like Facebook and Instagram a little bit, but.
So I think we're going to, this next one, we talked to Nancy about this. So Nancy, what has been your favorite video so far?
I really like that last one that I put out, that the one from Curacao. That one, I think of all my excursions, that one tops the charts. I think for all the excursions that I've done, swimming with the turtles, like I did not realize how many turtles would be around swimming with you. I just blew my mind. I literally was bumping into them, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, you're not supposed to touch them because they're protected. Like they can bump into you, but you can't touch them." Sort of like manatees, like the protected laws are in effect. But like the waves kept pushing me into them, and so I'm like, oh my word, So anyway, I really liked that video. I got some fun shots of my daughter like actually avoiding a turtle that was coming up for air and coming down underneath her. It was such a mind-blowing like experience. And I was, sometimes when you read the comments on the excursion for people's feedback, some people said that it was stinky, or that the fish guts made things stinky. We were not stinky when we got out of there. We didn't smell bad, and we went to a beach where you could take another shower, but we didn't feel like it was ocean water, and it was just an amazing adventure, and just a lot of fun. The bus ride, it was a little bit of a long bus ride, but the bus ride was very informative. They were teaching us like the whole way, and these, authentic native people from Curacao were giving us lessons, basically on their country and their, on the fish we were going to see and on the turtles we were going to see. And it was really exciting and just a ton of fun. And I did something that I shouldn't have done, is went out at night by myself to see Queen Emma Bridge, because I really wanted to see Queen Emma Bridge. And I thought it was just right off of the dock. I thought it was right there. And it wasn't. It was it was quite a walk. And I thought the walkway would be well lit, and it wasn't.
Oh, wow.
So after I got there, I was like, well, this is stupid, Nancy. You're like here in the dark by yourself in a foreign land. Like just a whole lot of, you ever do stupid things and then realize how this is not a good thing, and let's get back to where I'm going to be more safe. So, so I did that.
We actually have some video footage of that we're going to show here in a second. So your April 11th cruise is on what again? I'm sorry.
It's on the Carnival Magic. So we have spa cabins on the Carnival Magic. So that will be our third Dream class ship. So there's the Carnival Dream, the Carnival Breeze, and the Carnival Magic. And we had our first cruise ever was the Carnival Breeze, or not the Carnival Dream. It was the Carnival Dream. And that got us hooked, just got us hooked. We decided that, we had thought we would live it up big. And so we thought we would we'll finally go on this cruise. I've been wanting to cruise since for our honeymoon. And that was 28 years ago. Or at that time, it was 25 years ago. And so I thought, okay, we'll just finally get this big vacation. And anyway, so I'm going on, but we really were blown away at how affordable cruising was and how much it had to offer. And it was so much fun. And I was so afraid that Carnival was going to be a crazy wild party, with drunk people just throwing up and totally out of control. And that wasn't for me. I'm like, okay, I don't want that. I like people having fun, but I mean, within reason and within some control. And I don't want to have people getting sick, And that happens, I think, time to time on any cruise line. But we didn't find that on our cruise at all. And we went on our first cruise. We went during spring break. So talk about the worst time of year to cruise. But we loved it. We found that we knew that we had to wait for lines. We knew that was part of it, to wait in, some lines for food lines, and waiting was part of it, but it was not overcrowded. We just loved cruising. I was blown away at how reasonable it was for a family, for a vacation. And we just loved being out on the sea. And that started it all. So that was the Carnival Dream. We're going on the Carnival Magic. That's our third Dream class ship. Long story. I'm sorry.
No, that's good. The Magic is actually one of the ships that I was interested in doing for the a Carnival cruise. A friend of ours had gone on it, and she had shown some pictures of it. It looked really fun. Fisher Fun Adventures. They just released a video in the last few days about them being on the Magic. They just finished it. It was a disembarkation. So if you guys are interested in that, Fisher Fun Ventures, they're in the chat right now. Yeah. So that's definitely one of the ships that I was looking for. We call it the dark side.
I was leery of going on Carnival. I'm still kind of leery, but I'm gonna try it.
And we're going on the Panorama next February. So
we're gonna love it. You know, that's a sister of the Horizon, and we love the Horizon too. So I don't know. I find these big ships amazing. I think any ship. I think you're getting out there, seeing that blue water. I don't know. There's just something magical about it. These huge, vessels that transport you around, and the staff that are from all over the globe. Like, you get to meet people from all over. I am blown away by just the privilege to meet some of the different staff members that are from so many different countries, and they have so much that you can learn from, and I don't know, friendships you can make.
Yeah, and they're all away from their families, trying to make you have a good time too.
They work so hard, and I just, it's so good to show them appreciation and treat them well. Treat them well, as well as you can. I mean, it may not be monetarily; it might be a little bit monetarily, but treat them respectfully. Definitely, I like to treat the staff well because they're people too, and they're working so hard.
So we're going to show you your last video that you've done, and this is one that you're talking about, which was your favorite excursion. So it's the Carnival Horizon, Curacao, turtles, fish, and flamingos. Oh my! So we're going to show a little bit of that.
I love
too.
sea turtles.
Yeah.
Oh, there I
Oh wow!
And we saw them right away.
That's cool.
If you ever think I will remind you that it's not.
You're talking underwater too, and I can understand what you're saying.
I just was blown away.
They wanna know what we've got. We can breathe underwater. Nothing can hurt us anymore.
It's so dorky, don't I? Well,
No.
Now this was filmed with the GoPro, right?
yes, yeah. It's not an actual GoPro. It's a knockoff.
Whatever works.
It's hard to stabilize it in the ocean, but it does go underwater, and I didn't want to use the iPhone 10 on the seawater, but it was so emotional.
Wanda said Nancy was being naughty and touching the turtles.
Oh, I accidentally did.
Welcome, number one mama, and also we had our Spotlight channel join us, which was the Tyler Show. So welcome, Tyler Show.
Awesome.
It doesn't matter where we are, but I do hear
They
you.
look like they fly underwater. Like they just look like they're so beautiful. They just are amazing. I don't know. I just found that it was just so cool to be so close to them.
So one of my fears, if people know me, I'm afraid of sharks. I would be looking for sharks.
Oh.
Yeah, there I'm like rubbing against them. I'm like, whoops, wow.
Well, they did it. They rubbed against you, so that's fine.
This is like a bay, though. I don't think that it's deep. It's not like they have. I don't think here you can kind of see Hannah's trying to avoid the turtles there.
Were they looking for food?
Yes, they're getting food. So they're getting free meals. So that's why they're there. They're getting free little fish scraps. That's what they're throwing to them. The fishermen are throwing out their scraps that they can't use from their fresh catches. So you are flying. You're floating around in fish scraps, but like in the scraps but it's not gross because everything is eating them. Like literally all the fish and stuff they're all getting free meals, and they take care of that. So they're all there for the food. I love to see the turtles go up for air and then come down. That was really cool because they have to breathe, So that was really cool.
And if you get hungry, you have a snack right there. You can eat along with them too.
Oh, hey! Oh, yeah, the sushi.
So Sweetie said, "I'm the same, Derick. I still hear the Jaws song in my head as soon as I get in the ocean."
I don't even think about it.
Fish, though, I don't know. There really weren't any sharks anywhere. To be honest. Now, aren't you guys going to be going? Aren't you going deep diving? Are you guys going to be diving?
We've done not scuba diving. We've done snorkeling at the Castaway Key before, but I don't know if we're gonna do scuba diving for sure yet or not on the Symphony of the Seas.
Very cool.
Jim B's, John's, as well as Avery, the Cuban American. Welcome. We have our guest here, Nautical Nurse Nancy, and we also have a surprise visit by. Is that Anthony putting stuff?
That is Anthony. He's
Oh, hey.
he didn't dress up for this.
Keep the fire going.
My fireman. Like if other people have pool man and pool guys, this is my fire boy.
Part of we're looking at 2 excursions because we're going to St. Martin and we're going to St. Thomas. In St. Martin, I want to do the ATVs that does a tour of the city.
That'll be fun. It's like 4-wheeling.
Yeah, and then we're going to, and I will tell you,
what is 4-wheeling?
If I survive.
Oh my god!
But we are doing it's a non-certified scuba diving.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we do that,
yeah, and they train you how to do it, so you don't have to be a certified scuba diver because most of the excursions you have to be certified in that. This is for beginners, but you do get a chance to go between 20 and 40 feet deep. And I would tell you, if you want to see a grown man cry, it'll probably be me on this.
Well,
and if you want to see someone get attacked by a shark, it's probably going to be me.
Nobody's forcing you to do it, so we don't know for sure.
it might make for an incredibly fun video to watch,
except for the shark part.
Yes, but we are looking at doing that, and so that
that sounds so exciting.
Yeah,
wow, very fun. Yeah.
So let me ask you this then: what is your some more questions? What is your
do the least?
You said your favorite ship. I don't know if you said it yet. Your favorite ship has been.
So our favorite ship is the Breeze, the Carnival Breeze, so far, because it's kind of neck and neck with the Horizon. I've done 2 Breeze cruises, and I've done 3 Horizon cruises. I like the Breeze. Really, what pushes it over the edge for me is I like the size of the Breeze class, that category, and the spa. Those spa rooms, the spa therapy rooms. They have this thalassotherapy or something like that. Thalasso. It's the worst word in the world to say, but they have this pool that is like this mineral pool, and it is amazing. It is like huge, and it is just the best. So you can get these. You don't have to get spa rooms to get into those areas. You can get like a couple's pass for a pretty reasonable. I mean, you have to be able to use it. It's kind of like the drink package. Like if you're going to use it, then it's worthwhile, and if you're not going to use it, well, obviously it's not worthwhile. So, but we found that those suites, those thermal suites, are just amazing. You come back from adventuring all day, and you go and you soak and you have a little steam, and then you go out and you enjoy your night, and that is like the best to me.
Now, the Horizon, if I remember, it's one of the newest ships. It's before the Panorama, which recently just launched. So it's it's had its issues already with stuff that's happened to it, but it's a really new ship. So the Breeze is an older one. Right.
Breeze, we went on right after it actually got its dry dock. So we did that in 2017. Right after it had done dry dock. We actually were the cruise after dry dock, and we got a fresh ship and got to board on it pretty quickly, and we loved it. We just, it was all fresh and cleaned up, and we like the size of it. I don't know, it's easy to navigate for us, and we're looking forward to doing the Sharon at Sea La Liga Loca huge group cruise coming up in October 24th of this year. So that's exciting.
People have asked us if we're going on it, but we're with our group cruise in the end of September. We just financially.
You know what? That's one thing. If I could do all the group cruises in the world, I would. Like of this community, I would love to go on so many different. I like the people. The interacting with the people. I don't know, to me, that is as fun to me as the cruise itself, is the interaction with the people. So just being able to do that all together, cruising, well, I don't know. It's just really fun.
Yeah. So what different cruise lines have you sailed with?
Well, You asked the favorite
Oh,
ship.
sorry,
What's
yeah.
your least favorite ship?
I don't have a least favorite. I cannot. Oh man, I can't say it. I can't say it. Oh, I don't know. I've only, believe it or not, I've done 7 cruises. So I saw that question out there. So I have done 7 cruises, but because 2 of those cruises were mother-daughter cruises, Anthony has only done 5 cruises with me so far. So so we started with a family cruise, then we went on a couples cruise, then we went on another family cruise, and then and then a mother-daughter, then a couples cruise, then another mother-daughter, right? I'm missing one. Yeah, anyway. So 7, I know. I know my number is 7. I know that I've gone on the Dream once, the Breeze twice, the Horizon 3 times, and the Oasis of the Seas once. So, and that last cruise on the Oasis was amazing too, on Royal Caribbean. So the only cruise lines I've gone on is Carnival and Royal Caribbean. But I don't know. Our daughter was really blown away by Royal. I like Royal, but I like Carnival as well. So I'm not converted to a royalist, but I like them both. I like to cruise. I'm a cruise-aholic.
We've done 3 Disney cruises and we've done 2 Norwegian cruises. Our next 3 cruises are going to be on the Symphony of the Seas, the Carnival Panorama, and then next summer, 2021 summer, we're going on the NCL Encore. So we'll be on that. We'll have 3 Disney, 3 Norwegian, Royal, and Carnival. So this will give us a good chance to kind of compare. We're actually in the middle of doing videos. We'll have one probably released in a couple of weeks about, we're comparing Disney ships that we've been on and the Norwegian, and kind of going head to head against them. So we're going to be working on
it's
that.
hard to compare though, right? I mean, it's hard to compare and not be nitpicky, in my opinion. Like I like to keep positivity out there, and I think that different cruise lines appeal to different people, right? For different reasons. And I hate to like put down a certain type of cruise line, unless they're terrible, like unless they give you terrible service. I think that most of the cruise lines really do an amazing job of providing something special for your niche, So I think Disney must be amazing to be able to cruise on. Like,
we actually had 2 questions.
Disney plus a cruise.
Yeah, someone said any plans to do a Disney and Norwegian cruises. I forgot who it was. Sorry, it's gone from here.
Do you have any plans to do Disney or Norwegian in the future?
Definitely Norwegian, yes. Disney, not yet. So
maybe when we release our Disney fantasy vlog, after
change your mind.
Our current NCL escape vlog.
So we like the Disney parks. There's something very special about Disney. I don't know. I think I might. I know that people say that adults can really enjoy Disney. I think I might save Disney for when I'm a grandmama. I don't know if that's bad to say or not, but I could totally see myself wanting to take, my kids and my grandkids along on a Disney cruise and enjoying their joy with that magical wonder kind of thing. I almost am mad that we didn't find out about cruising earlier, so that we could have had our family when they were younger out experiencing these ships that are so much fun for the kids. But I don't know. My favorite way of cruising is with my man. I love doing the mother-daughter cruises. I mean, that's very special bonding. But that's my favorite man. My favorite cruising is with my guy, because that's it's a neat way to cruise.
It was Danny McGraw.
I have 2 cruises coming up with Norwegian. So Hawaii in August of 2021, and then the Ship Show Sharon at Sea cruise in October of 2021. So we have a lot. Actually, we have 10 cruises booked now, and then up till 2022. So
wow,
going kind of crazy.
What was Tyler's question?
Tyler was
Tyler show?
top 3 things. I believe if I read it right, because the chat's going pretty quick. Top 3 things on the Oasis that you liked. What is your 3 favorite things on the Oasis?
Oasis.
Man. Okay, I have got to say the whole environment of the Central Park. I think that Central Park has a amazing feel. Just it's very special. It's like very all the plants around and that vibe. We had a Central Park balcony for our mom-daughter cruise, and that was super special. And it just happened that I got that balcony because I messed up and I didn't pay our payment when it was due. So I totally blew it. But anyway, it was because we were on a cruise when the final payment was due, and I didn't keep track of our records good enough. And we had the money, but I didn't. Oh, I just messed up. Anyway, it all worked out because then we got a really good deal on a Central Park balcony. And I got to surprise my daughter with that. And going out there in the, in the morning and the evening, like the morning time, you have that morning fresh air. And then in the evening time, you'd have like this acoustical music would be playing, a piano would be playing, or guitar. It was so relaxing. I don't know. So I love the Central Park area.
And I would be kind of, because you could see the people across the way from you, right?
You can. Yes. So it's not like you can go out there and just be, like you can see the different. It's kind of like it almost feels like Embassy Suites where you're like in the middle section in that hotel and you can kind of see across. So you're kind of like, it's kind of like a hotel type of feel, but in this, you're looking down and you see all these plants and there's vines growing up, and I mean, they have huge trees, and it's amazing. It is like a park. It really has a park feel to it.
That's what we're looking forward to.
Amazing job with these neighborhoods of making them feel very much like that neighborhood. So the boardwalk area is the same way. You go on the boardwalk and you feel like you're kind of transported, in this special kind of boardwalk that's on a ship that like has this, this merry-go-round. And so from time to time, they like have kids having face painting, and they had cotton candy, and it was really cool. But one of my favorite things to do was the boarding, surfboarding kind of thing. It's a flow rider.
Oh yeah,
I did pretty good on the flow rider on my knees. When I got to standing, it was ridiculous. I was not like Tyler.
Tyler falling a lot.
Did great. Holy cow! They want you to stick your butt out, and like it looks so easy to balance. Like you're like, well, I think I can do that. And I got out there, and I was like, I could not balance, and it was like whoosh, wiped out. So that was fun. And then I think, what, one of the staff members on Royal Caribbean was the first person that greeted us, one of the shopkeepers, shop people, her name was Karen, and we bonded with Karen and had to see Karen every single night. And she like literally vested in us, and like she looked forward to seeing us every night, and we talked. And so we kind of, we are friends on Facebook, and it was so special. Every night, my daughter would say, "We have to go visit Karen." So that was cool. The staff,
It's amazing the relationships that you can make on a ship. We try our best to interact with the staff just because they're away from their family, and great experiences on that. We'll ask one last question because we are at the top of the hour. The question is your experience. You've been on several cruises. For a first-time cruiser, what would you do differently that you didn't do on your first cruise?
Or would you change anything?
I thought on our first-time cruise that this was going to be a one-and-done kind of deal. I really did. So I was very like over the top for thinking that we had to have the perfect everything. And I think that's kind of typical for your first timer. Like you think that that this has to be perfect,
Make it special.
I would say give yourself give yourself like that permission to not have it perfect, you know, and to be okay, to know that you can enjoy it despite like bumps in the road are going to happen, and long lines sometimes happen, and you can, you know, you can get all stressed out about it, but that doesn't help anybody, or you can just go with the flow and make it better for those around you. So I'd say, you know, try to relax and try to realize that you might enjoy it so much that you might go on more cruises. So
I think our two takes were, don't go on a 3-day cruise for your first cruise. We went on the Disney Dream and we fell in love with it, and we realized we needed to do a longer
3 days. Oh man.
And then the other thing is explore the ship. Now with a 3-day cruise, you're not going to get a chance to experience everything.
Yeah.
But take the time to explore the ship, because there's so many amazing things on there, and those would be the few things.
I always go off a ship feeling like I could adventure more, like I could explore.
Even on the last one, we did a 7-night cruise on Disney Fantasy, and I still walked away thinking, I don't think we've walked away, because they have a promenade deck. I don't think we walked all the way around it. I'm thinking
it doesn't go all the way around.
It does.
I didn't think
it does, and we never did that.
Horizon, you know what? After 3 cruises on the Horizon, I still felt like I still wanted to experience more. You know, every penny. So yeah,
he said he's excited to cruise on the Horizon. I think the word Disney scares him because of a school friend told him that he stood in lines all day. So I think it's someone else that he's referring to. We didn't have any all
day for what?
I don't know. We never experienced it. And a lot of people say there's too many kids on a Disney cruise, but especially on the bigger ships like the Disney Fantasy, we hope we show that on our Star Wars vlogs, that there's some areas, there are over 18 areas, but there's some areas that it's almost on the NCL ships. It's called the it slipped my mind, but they have a special area that you have to pay for to get into this area, and it's not their like the concierge lounge. It's another one, the Vibe, I think it might be called, on a Norwegian ship. But the Disney ship, you don't have to pay for it, and it's almost like that. There's a lot of chairs. It's forward on the ship. It's at the very front of it, and there's so many different quiet areas in there. They have a bar up there, so there's a lot of quiet areas. They have their own adult area. So there's so many different stuff. I would say
they did have more fun things for kids to do than the adults, though. Like they had some cool video games and stuff that I would be playing if we could, but
Yeah, I think that you can always find your quiet places on these ships. I think that you, I think they're built for you to be able to separate out and not have to always be in the noisy areas. So that's part of, the benefit too. Yeah.
Spikers Crazy Adventures. Hey everyone, wanted to stop in and say hi real quick. Welcome guys. Thank you for joining us.
And we really appreciate everybody joining us today.
So Tweety, it doesn't look easy for me. She's talking about the Flow Rider. Not a chance.
Man. I have some footage I think that is not going to be very becoming, but oh well, why not? I'm happy I didn't get too hurt. Actually I didn't get hurt at all. So
that's what I'm afraid of.
Or my pants didn't come off.
Oh my gosh.
She goes, not a chance in hell I do the Flow Rider with an audience.
That would probably make people nervous, I think, trying to balance and then looking around, seeing who's watching, and then trying to balance, and then you're just going to lose control and fall.
Yeah, I'm just focusing on not getting water sprayed into my nose. That was my biggest concern because it's coming fast.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the rock climb. I'm looking forward to the zip line.
Yeah, they have. But that looks fun.
Rock climbing is doable too. It was, they have different levels. So yeah, the easy level. Woo!
All right, Nancy. We're a lot of other channels are going on right now. The ship show is going on.
Yeah.
So if you guys,
but thank you everybody for watching us and joining us and supporting us. We really appreciate it.
Nancy, what would you like to final words?
Oh, thank you so much. I love you guys. I love the cruising community. I really appreciate all the support. You guys blow me away with I don't know how I got to be able to be here, but I'm really, really feeling blessed, and I really appreciate the cruise community. And let's keep things positive and keep on cruising as long as we are allowed to.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. And then for us, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. Really, really honored and privileged to be your guest. Really, thank you, D&G.
It's our first time, and hopefully not the last time.
Yes, you're always welcome onto our show. We've been so excited about having you on our show, so we're excited that you're here with us.
It was a ton of fun. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
For us, what we have going on is we are in the middle of our NCL escape videos. We are currently in Bahaba on the next episode, which I'm hoping to get out this week. I should get it out, but not be Friday like I was hoping for. We are going to be sampling lobster ice cream.
Yeah.
Dare I say, lobster ice cream.
I think we're going to just keep doing premiere videos for these. I think it would be a good idea.
And then we also tried Needham, which is a chocolate candy.
Potato, really.
It's potato based.
Chocolate covered potato kind of thing.
And then also we had a Moxie, which is a soda. So
no, thanks.
That should be in our next video. We are going to be working on our dislikes and the dislikes of the Disney ships and the Norwegian ships. We'll be working on.
Don't waste your money on Moxie. It's disgusting.
Don't give anything
I'm
away.
Sorry, but it was.
I'm really enjoying your guys' videos too. Really have been enjoying them, and you're a lot of fun to see.
Thank you. And the star of the vlog is my mom. So you get a chance to see my mom on the shows and see it from her point of view. And so I think with that, guys, we're going to end the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
As we like to end our shows, I'm Derick.
I'm Greggory.
If you forget our names, I'm Little Explorer.
I'm Big Explorer.
And as Walt Disney once said,
we are just getting started.
Have a great night, everyone.
Bon
Thank you so much.
Safe travels. God bless.
As I try